world of unimaginable wealth, confined to a luxurious Parisian mansion, lived Philip, a quadriplegic millionaire paralyzed by a paragliding accident. His life, a gilded cage, needed a caretaker. A line of hopeful applicants waited, but then a man unlike any other burst in. His name was Driss, a former convict recently released after 6 months for robbery, with a rough demeanor and an even rougher past. Driss wasn't there for the job. He just needed Philip's signature to prove he'd sought employment, a requirement for his unemployment benefits. His direct, no-nonsense approach was shocking. He lived in the impoverished suburbs with his mother and siblings, a stark contrast to Philip's world. That night, after an argument, Driss found himself expelled from his own home, forced to spend the night on the cold streets. The next morning, with nowhere else to go, Driss returned to Philip's mansion, hoping to retrieve his signed document. The butler, seemingly amused, began explaining Philip's rigorous daily schedule. Despite his initial reluctance, Philip's provocative challenge and the appealing offer of free room and board were too good to refuse. Driss, with no other options, accepted the unconventional caretaking role. Slowly, painstakingly, Driss began to adapt. He learned the intricate routine of Philip's care, but always with his own unique, unfiltered style, injecting a raw energy into the sterile environment. His irreverent humor and disregard for formality were a breath of fresh air for Philip. Driss, in turn, reveled in the luxurious lifestyle, enjoying amenities he could only have dreamed of. One day, preparing for an outing, Philip's usual formal attire was met with Driss's blunt assessment. Without hesitation, Driss took charge, choosing a more stylish, comfortable outfit for his employer. Their first excursion together was to an art museum. Despite Driss's candid, often humorous critiques of the art, Philip found himself surprisingly charmed by his caretaker's unfiltered honesty. Philip, accustomed to deference, found Driss's lack of inhibition refreshing. However, Philip's social circle viewed Driss with suspicion and thinly veiled disdain, questioning his suitability. Unknown to Driss, Philip had been exchanging heartfelt letters with a woman named Eleanor, a burgeoning romance blooming through written words, concealing his physical condition. One night, Driss awoke to Philip struggling, gasping for air. Panicked, Driss instinctively knew conventional methods wouldn't work. He rushed Philip outside into the fresh, cool night air. Offering his own unconventional remedy, Driss stayed by Philip's side all night, talking and comforting him. This shared vulnerability forged an unbreakable bond, leading to deep, honest conversation. From that moment, Driss was no longer just a temporary aide. He became Philip's official, indispensable caregiver, a true friend in every sense of the word. Philip, emboldened by Driss, finally spoke to Eleanor on the phone, his heart pounding. But when she expressed curiosity about his appearance, his old insecurities resurfaced, shaking his confidence. Driss, now fully integrated into Philip's life, even discovered a hidden talent for painting, expressing his vibrant inner world on canvas. He was Philip's hands, his feet, and his closest confidant. Philip's birthday arrived, a day usually marked by formal, uninspiring celebrations. But this year, with Driss by his side, everything was different. Driss, with his infectious energy, transformed the staid classical concert into an impromptu dance party, forcing everyone to let loose and truly celebrate. Philip, surrounded by genuine joy, was happier than he had been in years. Inspired by Driss's influence, Eleanor finally agreed to meet Philip in person. He dressed impeccably, but as the time drew near, fear and anxiety overwhelmed him, despite Driss's encouragement. Battling his demons with alcohol, Philip ultimately lost his nerve, leaving Eleanor waiting and driving away. His courage failed him, and he retreated into himself, seeking solace elsewhere. To shake off the despair, Driss took Philip to a paragliding launch site. Together, They soared through the sky, a thrilling, liberating experience that reignited Philip's spirit. Upon their return, Driss's younger brother arrived, needing help with a personal crisis. Philip, recognizing Driss's familial duty, understood it was time for his friend to go. Driss spent his last night at the mansion, saying emotional goodbyes to those he had grown to care for. He returned to his family, reconciling with his mother and helping his brother. Philip, now with new caregivers, struggled. None could replicate Driss's unique blend of irreverence and genuine care. He grew withdrawn, his spirit dimming once more. A frantic call reached Driss. Philip was in decline. Without a moment's hesitation, Driss raced back. Their reunion was immediate, electric. They jumped in Philip's car, tearing through the city streets. Their reckless joyride caught the attention of the police, who gave chase. But Driss, a master of the streets, skillfully evaded them, a mischievous grin on his face, Philip laughing beside him. They eventually found freedom by the refreshing vastness of the sea. There, Driss performed a simple, intimate gesture. He carefully shaved Philip's beard, restoring a sense of dignity and freshness. Driss then excused himself, leaving Philip alone for a moment. Suddenly, a woman approached, her face kind and expectant. It was Eleanor, Driss's final, most profound surprise gift to his friend. The movie concludes, revealing this incredible, heartwarming tale of an unlikely friendship is based on a true story. Philip eventually remarried and had 2 daughters, while Driss found love and started his own family. Their bond, forged in mutual respect and a shared zest for life, remained unbroken. The story of Philip and Driss stands as a powerful testament to the enduring strength of human connection, proving that true friendship knows no boundaries.